Hi everyone, my name is Birintasi Panniselvam, number matric 01DDT 22F2056. Today I am going to present the database connection. First, we want to enter to JCreator. There got option configure. Then we should choose JDK profile, and then we want to click edit, and then we want to add the JDK files and then apply, and then we want to click OK, and then the JDK file add to the JCreator. After that, we want to go XAMPP control. The XAMPP control, we use the module of Apache and MySQL. For the MySQL, we want to click admin, and then it will be straight away go to PHP MyAdmin, which is want to create database. The database name for our project is StudentDB, and then the table of the name is students. For the database StudentDB, I select 5 attributes, which is the first one is ID. The ID is type is integer. And then the second attributes is name, which is the type is Vacha 100. And then the third attributes is age, which is integer. And then the fourth is gender. The attributes is gender. The type is Vacha 10, and then the last attribute is cost. The type of cost is Vacha 50. Now you can see the SQL query is run to the table of student DB, which is database student DB. The table name is student. So after that, we want to select privilege for the user having access to the student DB database, which is table student. We use the username admin, and then the host name is localhost, and the password is 1 until 4. After this, you can use the database connection for the JCreator using admin and localhost for access the data. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Saranya Anabraban Arumukka. My magic number is 01DDD22F2009. So today my part is coding. Okay, let's jump into the coding. On this slide, you can see the Java code we write for the student search system application. On the left side, we start by inputting the necessary Java package for swing AWT event handling and SQL help us build to GUI and manage the database connection. Then we declare the main class student search system to extract uh, JFrame JFrame and implement Action Designer. This allowed us to create the main window to and handle button action. We also declare variable of for the database connection, prepare statement, result state, and all the GUI components like text fields, combo box, radio button, text area, and buttons. Inside the constructor, we set the title of the window and connect the database. We also create the menu bar with the exit option so the user can close the application easily. On the right side, you can see how we design the input panel using the J panel with the guide layout. We add label to input field for student ID, name, and age. This panel is where the user will enter the update student informations. This is the foundation of the application's GUI and database interaction, which a lot has to add, view, update, and delete student record. Okay, on this slide, I will be explaining a portion of my Java Swing code, which the focus on the building the user interface and handling user action of the application. Okay, first is gender and cost input section. In the first part, the in the first part of the code, we are creating the input field for gender and cost sections. For example, like two radio button, male and female are add to the button group, ensuring that only one can be selected at the time. And then the second is button panel section. Below the input section, we have other panel that contain several button of for different action like add, view all, update, delete, search, and exit. This button add to the button panel, which use a simple flow out layer of to align the horizontally. Each of these button is to will be connected to specific functionalities such as adding or updating records. Okay, third is action listener. In the next part, we attach action listener to each button using add action listener. This means that when a user click any of these buttons, an event will be triggered and the program will be handle it toward the action perform method. Okay, next area text area and scroll pen. Finally, we have text area where the output or record can be displayed. It's create as a JText area with 15 row and 50 columns, and it's set on to be non-editable, so user can only view the content. This text area is placed in the J scroll pen to enable scrolling and the content is too long. The border title record is also add for the better organizations and readable. Okay, on this slide, I will be explain how the rest of the Java Swing application is structured, include the search panel, layout setup, database connection, and event handling method. Okay, first let's see the search panel and layout setup. Okay, we create the search panel and allow user to search the record by name or ID. The panel includes a label and text field called text search. After that, we combine the input panel and search panel into the top panel using a border layout with the input sections in on the top north and the search section below its south. Okay, next we let's see the database connection. The connect DB method establishes the connection to the MySQL database. It's used the JDBC driver connects to the database name studentdb on the local host with the user root. If there any problem during connection, a message dialog appears showing database connection fail along with the specific or error message. This ensure the user is informed whenever the database connection fail. Okay, next is the action handling. The action perform method handle button click. Each button add, view, update, delete, and search trigger a specific method like insert record, view record, update record, and so on. The approach keep the code organized and made it clear what happened when each button is clicked. Okay, next we see the insert record method. The insert record method is used to add a new student record. It first value entering the by the user ID, name, age, gender, and cost. The gender is determined based on which radio button is select, male or female. Before proceeding, The code check if any of the fields are empty. If so, it's display a message dialog saying please fill all the field and stop the further execution. These help ensure the user enter all the requirement details before submitting the form. On this slide, I will explain how the application interact with the database, specifically how it's add with and update student record. Okay, first is insert record. Okay, the first part of the coding complete the insert record method that we saw on the previous slide. Here, the age string entered by the user is converted into an integrate using integrate.parset int int integer. After that, a prepare SQL statement is created to insert data into the student table, include ID, name, age, gender, and cost. We use a placeholder or questions mark in the SQL query, which are later replaced with the actual value using the set string and in set integer method. Once the statement is executed with the SQL update, a message dialog pops up confirming the record has been at the successfully. If any error occurs during this process, an error message is displayed to inform the user. Okay, the second is a view record. The view record method all the student data from the database. It's run a simple SQL selection from student query, then loops sort the result set using a while loop. Each record is appended to the text area, displaying the ID, name, age, gender, and cost in the relatable format. The given user a quickly overview of all the data stored in the database. If there are any issues while fetching the record, an error dialog will append with the corresponding message. Okay, the third part is update record. Finally, the update record method allow using user to modify the existing and existing record in the database. It's first the user input include ID, name, age, gender, and cost. Then create MySQL and SQL update statement. The statement update is the field of the record the match the given ID. The parameter are again set using the set string and set integer method, and the execute update command runs that update in the database. After executions, the program can show the success message or refresh the display record to reflect the update data. Okay, now I will be explaining the part of the Java project which performance based database operation, specifically update, deleting, and searching student record from the database using JDBC and Java Swing. Okay, updating record method. This function is using for modify and exiting record in the database. It's take the student ID from the text fields and then update and corresponding record with the new value. The code use the prepare statement to the execute an SQL update query. If the operation is successful, the message box apparent saying record update successfully. If not, there is found the ID. The user is informed accordingly. The try catch block ensure the any database or runtime error are handling grateful, and the error message is displayed using the J option panel. Okay, next, delete method. This method delete student record for the database based on the ID entering by the user. If first click whatever the ID field is empty, if it is it show the warning message asking the user to enter the valid ID. If the ID is valid, if execute a SQL delete query using the prepare statement. If the record is delete successful, a message is display record delete successful. Otherwise, it's inform the user that no record was found of the that giving ID. Okay, the next is search record method. This function allows user to search for record based on the ethic, the student name or ID. The SQL record query here use the like operator, so the Patel match also be found. The result then displayed in the text by appending each record details such as the ID, name, age, gender, or cause. If an error error, it is catch and display in the dialog box as error searching record. The feature makes it very convenient of user to quickly look up specific students in the database. Okay, finally, this is the main method of the my program. This Java, the main method is the enter point where program executions begin. Inside it's I have created a new object of my class called student search system. It's automatically run the construct of the class which set up the database connection and the graphical user interface. So whenever I run this program, it's immediately open the student search system window where users can add, update, delete, or search of student record. In short, this method serves as the starting point at the launch the entire application.
Selamat sejahtera. My name is Nisha Grace, anak perempuan Tiviananda, matrix number 01DDT 22F2049. So today I will be presenting about the output, which is the student search system. The first one is the students table in the student DB, which is the database contains two records, which is Sarnia and Nisha. Application view initial, the application displays both records in the records area, confirming the data match the database, and also shows the application interface ready for use typically after launching or pressing view all with the files cleared. Next is about updating a record. The user has loaded record ID 1 is Sarnia and changed the age field from 25 to 24 before clicking update. Then the update confirmation message confirms record updated successfully. The updated record age 24 is now visible in the record list. So this is the record list. After update, the main fields are populated with the updated area showing Sarnia's age as 24 in the records list, though the top field shows 25, which seems like an inconsistency in the provided image and steps. So the third one will be deleting a record. The record for ID, the first ID is Sarnia, is selected, loaded, and the user clicks delete. So then a message box confirms record deleted successfully. So the record for ID1 is removed from the record list. So finally, this is how the student search system looks when we delete a record. So the remaining record is here Nisha, and this is how the database shows us the remaining record, which is the Nisha. And it also remains in the student table. So that's all from me. Thank you.